Today, in our review of the third-party risk management process, we take up the questionnaire and its role in managing third-party risk. Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. And now I'd like to say a few words about the latest podcast on the Compliance Podcast Network, AI Today in 5 with 5. Thrilled to announce the inaugural episode of my latest podcast series, AI Today in 5. I wanted to do a short, curated set of stories and news stories about AI for the compliance professional and the greater business professional. You can check it out on Megaphone, the Compliance Podcast Network, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Apple, or wherever great podcasts are listened to. Check out AI Today in 5. Today we take up the humble questionnaire and explain why it can be such a critical element in your management of third-party risk and why in 2025 you need to continue to use it going forward. I think the questionnaire is still one of the most underused or underthought of tools that a company should complete in its investigation to better understand with whom it is doing business. The questionnaire should be a mandatory step for any third party that desires to work with your company, as it mandates the proposed business partner commits to certain required information in writing prior to beginning the due diligence process. Remember, if a third party does not want to fill out or will not fill out completely, you should not walk away but run away from doing business with such a party. One of the key requirements of any successful compliance program is that the company must make an initial assessment of the third party. The size of the company does not matter, as small businesses can face quite significant risk and will need more extensive procedures than other businesses facing limited risks. The level of risk that companies face will also vary with the type and nature of the third party with which it may have a business relationship. For example, a company that properly assesses that there is no business risk on part of the company or one group of its third parties will require nothing in the way of procedures to prevent bribery in the context of those relationships. By the same token, bribery risk associated with reliance on a third-party agent representing a company in negotiation with foreign government officials may be assessed as significant and accordingly requires much more reliance on procedures. So what you go into your third parties questionnaire, what do you need to know? Some of the things that you need to understand from a questionnaire include financial structure. Does the proposed third party, is it a government state-owned entity? What's the nature of its relationship with any governmental bodies? Financial qualifications. Describe the financial stability of and all capital to be provided by the proposed third party. Personnel. Determine whether the proposed agent will be providing personnel, particularly whether any of the employees are government officials. 4, physical facilities. Describe what physical facilities will be used by the third party for your work. References, including business references, commercial references, perhaps some banking references and legal references. Next up, UBOs. It's imperative you identify the identity of any ultimate beneficial owner. Compliance training and awareness. Does the third party have that information? One thing to keep in mind is you will likely have pushback from your business folks in making some of these inquiries. However, most proposed agents have already gone through this process and understand that by providing this information on a timely basis, they can set themselves up as a part to be more attractive to enter into a business relationship with your company. The questionnaire fills in several key roles in your overall management of third parties. Obviously, it provides key information you will need to know about who you are doing business with and their ability to do so ethically and in compliance. So today's 3 takeaways are: questionnaires are mandatory. Make sure you get a minimal of information and make sure the questionnaire is signed. And I I'm happy to do for you, the compliance profession, is if you have a question or a series of questions you would like some compliance tips on, I'm happy to take any requests that you might want, certainly anonymize them, and give you a quick tip. Either one quick tip or maybe a week's worth of quick tips. So if you have any tips you want about your compliance program, you can shoot me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. This podcast was created and produced with the assistance of AI.